I only wish they weren't showing so many Spacer's Choice ads in the commercial break.
Anti-grail ketchup. Organic, vegan, handmade, gluten-free, dairy-free, nut-free.
Wouldn't it be something to see an Earth assault cruiser land here?
Don't be ridiculous. There's no way one.
Good news. There's been a major auto mechanical failure in the retirement district.
How in the void is that good news?
Because that means you get to fix everything. You like fixing stuff, right?
I'd like it better without the running commentary.
Then I'll go with you. You probably don't want to be alone down there.
Do you mind? I'm meeting someone. Oh. You mean I'm supposed to be meeting you? Nothing, it's just... I thought you'd be taller. Anyway, let's not get hung up on that. The Phoenix is a wanted man and the board has eyes everywhere in Byzantium. Yeah, that's my codename for... you know, our mutual friend. He did a good job finding you. You'll fit right in here. Anyway, you're looking to make contact with Minister... Magpie, right? I should warn you, it won't be easy. He spends most of his time in his estate, which is heavily guarded. I've always been fascinated by birds. If you ever research Earth species, there are thousands of them, so colorful and distinct. The other thing about birds, though, is their environmental indicators. Exactly. I started thinking about everything we see around Halcyon, and all the things we don't see. For starters, you rarely come across anyone living in Byzantium who wasn't born here, even though we get ships in all the time. Doesn't that seem strange to you? And then there's the way nothing gets fixed. There used to be a suggestion box around here. People would drop ideas in. Nothing ever came of them, of course.
Sounds like my old job. I had all these bang-up ideas, you know? Like making everybody haul their own damn boxes. Never did catch on, though.
That's what I mean. Everyone needs a suggestion box so they can voice their thoughts. So what if nothing changes? I mean, there's a shredder at the bottom of the box, so I don't know what you'd expect to happen. But one day the shredder broke. No one came to fix it, and since it wasn't working, we didn't have anywhere to file our complaints. So you can imagine how messy things got. At first, management put up an out-of-order sign, but that just seemed to worry people, like they were advertising something wasn't working.
Why would the Golden City need suggestions for improvement?
It's really so people can feel heard. Everyone's got something to complain about, you know? They eventually took the whole suggestion box sign down so that people didn't have any expectations about it. But they never fixed it, never replaced it. Doesn't that seem odd to you? Except that's not how they go. At least that's not how they're supposed to go in Byzantium. The whole episode made me wonder, if they can't fix something as simple as a suggestion box, what else aren't they fixing? After a while, I got connected with our mutual friend and started using my position here to feed him information when I could. That's it, really. Afraid not. He almost never leaves his home, and his guards never leave him. Whoa, I'm not one of your B&E specialists. I just provide intelligence. Birds are kind of my specialty. Codenames, too. But I can give you some information. Some of the guards hang around Billingsley's House of Inebriation between shifts. Maybe you could do some reconnaissance there. You know, swipe a key while nobody's looking. Just remember, you didn't hear it from me. What is it? I'm trying to keep a low profile.
Yeah, boss?
I find myself something...
CNP pancake mix now requires no mixing. Seriously, don't mix it.
The dissidents actually...
Spacer's Choice Free. Slice bread. It tastes fresh because it was.
The Emerald Vale plant is back to full production. There's something to be thankful for. You have a rather exotic presence. A new Auntie Cleo's facial mask, perhaps? Or experimental pheromones?
The Emerald Vale plant is back to full production.
Don't you look fabulous? Is that a celestial liqueur original?
Don't you look fabulous? Is that a Celeste Jolicoeur original?
Today's trends are tomorrow's trash.
I've always loved that sculpture.
Welcome to Jolicoeur's haberdashery, now under new management. I'm Eleni Gupta. How can I help you? I don't know who you're talking about. I don't know anyone by that name. And definitely haven't associated with anyone by that name. If you're expecting a suit, there might be one in the back rooms. Look, could you please just lay off the questions? I don't want to get in trouble. Please?
You hear about that dissident working in that clothing store? This is why we've got to be vigilant.
Move along.
I love Byzantium.
You have a rather... Today's trends are tomorrow's trash. Don't you look fabulous?
You have a rather exotic presence. A new Auntie Cleo's facial mask, perhaps? Or experimental pheromone? Today's trends are tomorrow's
The Emerald Vale plant is back to full production. There's something to be thankful for.
Today's trends are tomorrow's You have a rather exotic presence. A new Auntie Cleo's facial mask, perhaps? Or experimental pheromone?
Max, when was the last time you looked down your nose at me?
A lifetime ago, Felix. I was a different man then, but I still owe you an apology.
Did you just apologize to me? All right, now you're starting to creep me out.
You have a rather...
The Emerald Vale plant is back to full production. There's something. Don't you look fabulous?
Today's trends are tomorrow's trash.
Rumor has it someone's pulling doubles until the retirement district is repaired.
Have you tried our new cocktail sponsored by Rizzo's? 1 part purple spectrum vodka, 1 part artificial tomato-like substitute juice. We call it a Blue Bloody Mary. Oh, by all means, ask away. I don't believe in work. Work is for auto mechanicals and lower classes. I don't mean to sound cruel. There's nothing wrong with working. It's just so unnecessary. Why bother? We all have our roles in society. I like to think of myself as an entrepreneur. This drinking establishment is my investment. Rizzo's Spectrum Vodka is about to release its newest color, ultraviolet, completely invisible to the naked eye.
You must think you're pretty tough. I bet I could take you.
Hey! Stand back! You. I'm part of Minister Clark's personal detail, and that means you gotta keep 5 feet back at all times. Yep, you're looking at the Minister's newest personal guard. Right here. The others took me out to celebrate on account of me just getting hired and all. Oh, he's, medium height with, like, medium-colored hair and, like, a kind of a medium face. Just like in his posters. Everyone tells me he's very private, okay? Besides, I just started. He's basically the most important person in the colony, which makes me the most important guard in the colony. Yeah. That means I got a key to the Minister's estate, my own personal UDL-issued shotgun. They don't give those out to just anyone. That's right. Not just anyone is allowed to have a key to Minister Clark's residence. It's all very high level. That's a great idea! I'll have a Spectrum vodka. Here's to me! Hey, you're really great. Have I told you that? We should be friends. Wow, listen to me. I'm soaked. I should probably slow down before I'm face down on the tile somewhere. Who am I kidding? I could have another. You got another? It's not every day you get your dream job, right? Wow! you've got like this crazy energy. Has anyone ever told you that? You're like a manosaur. You got a manosaur energy. Oh, laws. I gotta stop. I'm seeing at least 2 of you. Oh, oh, you definitely recognize him if you saw him. He's very important. Oh, maybe.
My goodness, a Jolliker original. Then you'll want to speak with our automechanical inebriation assistant, located just over there. Quite so, but I would never lower myself to do something as gauche as tending bar. My automechanical assistant does all the work for me.
Please allow me to improve your drinking experience with fine cocktails and pre-approved banter. Request confirmed. Banter protocol activated. Welcome, attractive patron, to Billingsley's House of Inebriation. Did you know that I am a priceless heirloom, custom built for the Billingsley family? Please remember to thank Mr. Billingsley for allowing you to bask in my presence.
Sure.
Hey, buddy. I really shouldn't. I'll have the worst hangover tomorrow if I don't stop. You sure sound like you know what you're talking about. Okay, here goes. Yeah. Was that one supposed to taste like purple berry crunch? Or am I just tasting breakfast? I don't feel so good. I think I'm gonna be sick. I just need to sit down.
You know what your problem is, Vic?
I have many. Of which do you speak?
You tell me. Ever since you went on your drug ban, we ain't had any problems. You got boring, Max.
Your mind yearns for a problem to solve. I can offer you one to ponder if you like.
See, this is what I'm talking about.
Consider this problem, Felix. Who were you before you were born?
Gosh, Max, I reckon that's between Mr. and Mrs. Millstone, whoever they were.
Contemplate the question with care, young man. You may find a pearl of wisdom hidden within.
Got your paperwork squared away?
How did you get in here? You're not one of my guards. What are you doing here?
I don't know if I trust this so-called minister fella, if that is his real name.
Minister Clark, what a remarkable honor it is to meet you.
If this is about another Aetherwave clip or radio spot, you may kindly fuck off, as the parlance goes. I'm not doing any more. Have I not made myself clear? Slowly and loudly, Aloysius. That's the only way these morons understand anything. I said, you may tell Charles to go fuck himself. Chairman Rock! Oh, terribly sorry. I thought you were part of Rockwell's PR team. But if you're not, that means you're a dissident? A real live dissident?
Finally! High time we got the recognition we deserve.
And so affable. Why, you're nothing like the crazed hooligans the board loves to caricature. But what are you doing here? And how did you get in? My friend, the slightest demonstration of independent thought or action renders one a dissident in the board's rather expansive definition of the term. Which is why I'm dying to know what brought you here. Drugs, of course. What else? Why did I get my hopes up? Back to idiot speak. I don't have any drugs. You should try a vending machine or a purveyor of curative goods.
I ain't buying it, boss. I said we check him for drugs.
Will that be all, then? Stars, they're getting denser by the day. I shall endeavor to speak more slowly. Is this better? Was that a joke? Sarcasm, even? Oh, this is such a relief. You've no idea how long it's been since I spoke with someone intelligent enough for irony. This again? I really don't know about any chemicals. Process of elimination. The only other person with access? Of course. It's Rockwell again. Who else? And I thought he was only holding me here to keep me out of the way. You are a quick study, indeed. I've long suspected Rockwell of transacting business in my name, but this proves it.
So the chairman's a crook who can't be trusted? Who knew?
Please, this is important. Whatever it is that brought you here, Rockwell's the one behind it. How should I know? I've been under house arrest for years. But there is a way to find out, and perhaps to set things right. Whatever Rockwell's doing, he'll be doing it from the HHC headquarters. Your best lead is to look for details in his office.
If by look for details he means knock things about and take what we like, count me in.
That's certainly one way of doing things. Far be it from me to dictate your methods.
Captain, we must investigate Rockwell. An injustice like this cannot go unchecked.
Indeed, it cannot. I can't overstate the urgency of the matter. Why, this is starting to sound like an issue of Dissident Hunter. Halcyon Holdings Corporation, the collective of companies that run the colony together. Allegedly in partnership with the Earth Directorate and appointed Minister of Earth. I dearly hope I'm not imagining this. Now, we've got to get into the HHC. That's in the Acropolis District, along with the other major corporate and government facilities. But only board employees are allowed into the district. There's a heavily guarded checkpoint just down the street. There might be a route through the maintenance tunnels, but I'm afraid I don't know specifics. Most people avoid the area for obvious reasons. Well, you won't have much human company down there. Plenty of sprats and automechanicals, though. When you reach the HHC building, this access card should get you up to the executive suites, where the chairman's office and what used to be my office are. Oh, I haven't been allowed up there in years. I shudder to think what Rockwell's done with the place. A gilded minibar, perhaps? A personal theater? The man has too much money and too little sense. The board's lackeys are none too bright. I simply claimed I'd lost it and hid it somewhere no one would think to look. I merely hid it in a book. No one reads anything longer than a few pages around here.
Obviously, the chairman surrounds himself with the cream of Byzantium's elite.
There are a few advantages to dealing with imbeciles. Wait! Rockwell has one of the only terminals capable of transmitting to the Earthbound message drone. This is our chance. Please, take this and transmit it from his office. Rockwell hasn't given me any messages from Earth for years. He's desperate to keep me out of contact with the Earth Directorate. But they need to know what's happening here. What isn't on it is the real question. I've gathered meeting minutes, internal messages, sustainability reports, and more, all exposing the corruption and mismanagement plaguing Halcyon. Once the rest of the Earth Directorate sees it, they'll have to send help.
You're telling us you gathered up a whole mess of evidence on the board's corruption. How big is this cartridge again?
Large enough, I assure you. That's why you must transmit the data to the Earth Directorate and hope for their speedy intervention. Perhaps there is hope after all. And now I entrust it to you. Good luck, and trust no one in the Acropolis District.
Whoa, careful. Looks like we're doing this. Don't.
Mess with us! I am en route, Captain.
Oh, there. That's one right there. Can't you just see the stench of impropriety radiating off of her? Ah, if it isn't my favorite vagrant in the system, what can I do for you? Of course I am. Now I know for certain that this is the pinnacle. There's nowhere more beautiful, and no lifestyle more luxurious. I deserve the very best our society has to offer. I earned it, and thanks to you, I know that I have it. Wouldn't you rest easier too in my position? Why would I waste energy being upset over deaths I didn't even know about? And why would the board waste resources on those who aren't productive? Now, do we have any further business, or are you just here for the repartee?